Alright, welcome back to the drift kart final build video. I know I've promised it like probably every episode, but this is the last video that it won't work. No, in this video it will work. It will run. I'm just waiting for parts at the moment. So at least what I've noticed inside the starting area, the chain and holder assembly has like fallen apart. So I just closed it up and I ordered the parts and I'm just waiting for them to come in. Next, at least what I'm doing while waiting is, so I'm working on fitting the new wheels. I know I've got this one in reverse, but it doesn't matter. So you can talk to me in the comments, but don't tell me that because I know that one. So what I've got is I've got the actual chuck piece or whatever it's called. What I'm going to have to do, because I want the wheel to be about this much out to line it with the front wheels, is I'm going to go, I've got the piece, I'm going to weld another bit in, and also because the hole pattern shape is different to the one on this, when I extend it out, I'm going to make another rounded piece that will match this, where I just cut it out in the plasma, so it means I won't get it wrong, hopefully, and then I'll be able to just chuck some nuts in, do it up, and hopefully by then we've got some wheels on. Alright, but before that, I have stickers. So if you want stickers, you should put it in the comments maybe, and I'll work out like an online store or a way that you can buy it. So comment or something. Alright, so got the prototype together. So pretty much it's just, as I said before, the original mount, a bit of a spacer, and then a plasma cut circle with a few other bolt holes in there. From there, looks pretty clean, apart from, of course, the rust bolt, but I'll replace that. But yeah, seems to work pretty good, so let's make another one. That looks much better. Look at that. Come out pretty well. As you can see, it's a lot thicker than what it used to be. Or if I go over this side, you can see that the rear wheel is now almost where the front wheel is. But of course, once the new tires arrive for the fronts, that's going to bring it out even further, probably to about here. Which will be kind of interesting. They are smaller, but they are still bigger than what's already there. Just got to wait for them to arrive. It's weird that you'd think that these got shipped at the same time from the same place, but yeah, estimated to be another half week. So I guess this guy will sit here until, I guess, next time I see it. So it's now 4 days later. Wheels still haven't arrived, but I did get some valve caps. Also got a gear selector display thingy, which I'll have to wire up soon. Also got some heat wrap for exhaust. I've already put some of these. I've already put one on. It does look a bit kind of average, but I mean they're $2, so can't complain too much. So I'm going with like a taxi hot rod kind of look. Another thing to do while waiting for the wheels to show up is we're working on the exhaust. So at least what I've got at the moment is I've just modified it so it's got a straight run back down through. Now what I'm going to do is I'm in a weird kind of predicament. I either want to do a Bose Suzuki style exhaust, a quiet exhaust, or boom tubes, and I don't know which one I want to do. If I do boom tubes, I'm going like one pipe's coming out here, and then you're gonna have the triangle bit, and then I'm gonna make like a second one that's like near the exhaust, near the chain, and then that one's gonna go. I think maybe like 2 sets will kind of make a weird sound. kind of make it sound cool. If I'm doing the Bosuzoku, it's coming out like out here and then up, and then you're gonna go. Or if the quiet one, it's just gonna go. Yeah, so let's see what I end up doing, because I have no idea. So finally, the rest of the wheels showed up, and you know what I thought? They're a little bit bigger than the ones that were already on it. So it turns out, well, I was already going, oh yeah, this is massive. These are chonky boys for the back. Turns out they were actually the front wheels, and there's much bigger wheels going on the rear. These things are going to be fast. This means now that I have to take all the hubs back apart and now put them on these. I don't think I'm going to complain too much though. This is going to be crazy. Alright, with them switched over, you can see that there's definitely a smaller profile on the front. That's just mocked up just because I don't actually have the hub made. I reckon instead of buying some, I'm going to actually just build some. I've got bearings and all that, so I reckon it's doable. But look, look at the chunk on that. The chunky. So, wheel hubs are done, and both wheels are mounted. Made custom hubs just to fit. They seem to work alright. Shows how much camber there is. There's a fair bit in the front. One problem though that I noticed, so when you sit in it, so you go like your throttle's here, then yeah. So I mean, like, you do get a bit of angle, but kind of, yeah, the feet kind of go, yeah, so I might have to play around with the pedals. But I mean, like, look at the angle on that. It's pretty good, and it's a lot lighter than what it used to be. With the because it had flat tires like those ones, it seemed really stiff. But I'm glad now that when there's actual pumped up tires, it actually works pretty well. So I don't know if you remember from last episode. Yeah, it made some sounds that were a bit meh. That's because these chain tensioners are actually just fully worn. They're not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be flat with a channel sticking up on top of it. So that's pretty worn. So what's ended up happening is there was that much play in there that the chain ended up breaking. So gonna have to order a new chain. That's lucky because I bought new spacers.